Uh, we had delivered the final project, but we don't know what was our grade.
Ah, okay, so you're just waiting for the grades. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
I think you don't really have to be nervous. I'm pretty sure that you're gonna do it very well. Don't worry. Trust yourself.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Welcome. It is nice to see you guys, but I think we're gonna be only 3 participants. I don't know
Let me
why.
pressure the other participants to be connected.
Oh, thank you. I think they're gonna have problems, or maybe because we have moved the schedule. I don't know, but something is happening. I'm pretty sure because the majority of you are always present in my classes, so I don't know what is going on. But it is okay. Maybe they have some things to do. If they cannot be here, they can watch the video. It is okay. So okay, I'm gonna start today. I hope I'm gonna have 2 topics. They're gonna be very simple, but I will start by mentioning some details about relative clauses. If you guys hear strange noises, it's because my cat Apollo is here with me.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Thank you. Then, I will let us start by mentioning, by defining what the relative clauses are. We have different types of clauses, such as the subordinated clauses. They are the kind of clauses that are going to be giving us a little bit more information about the subject that is mentioned in a clause. It can be introduced by some relative pronouns, and the relative pronoun, it is the one that comes, Darín Franco is trying to joining us. The 2 people admit. Let me see that. I have it then. Yeah, I think we are 5 now. Yeah, there we go. There you go, there you go. So what I was mentioning, yeah, the relative pronouns are always coming after the noun that it's going to be describing and function as the object or the subject of the class. We're going to see some examples because I know that this is too much information, so don't worry. Here it is. Oh, there you go. So defining the relative clauses. The relative clauses are the ones who don't really need a comma to be separated. They are providing us information that will be essential to understand the sentence, and without them, the sentence will be somehow incompleted. And this defining relative clauses would be who, whom, that, which, where, when, and whose. This is the information that are going to be providing us about the subject or the object of a sentence. Then, who. We use it to refer to people, but it can also be replaced by that every time that we are talking about an object, not a person. Then in formal language, we sometimes use the word whom when it is the object, when we are talking about the object of the verb in a relative clause. There are people who or that survived the earthquake. That would be referring to the subject. And here, for example, we have another example related to an object. It is, we talked to the woman whom we had helped. As you can see, who refers to the people or the object, while whose is referring to a possession. Here it is. The other one, it is which, and we use it to refer to things or to animals. And it can also be replaced by that, the word that. And here I have some examples. I saw the dog, which or that was trapped in the building. As you can see, this is the subject. It is referring to the dog. Then,
Teacher,
yes.
which means in Spanish, el cual.
Ajá, el cual, la cual. Yeah, that would be.
Okay.
There you go. So where only refers to places, to a specific location. That is the place where we can be safe. That's the school is the place where we can study, for example. Then we have the word when that we use it to refer to time and it can be replaced by that. And here we have an example of it. Monday was the day when the hurricane hit. It can be replaced for that also. Then, when a relative pronoun is the object of the relative clause, we can omit the relative pronouns who, which, when, and that. And here we have some example of it. There are not many people who or that she doesn't like. This is the disaster which or that I fear the most. I will never forget the day when my sister was born. As you can see, in this kind of examples, we can omit the relative pronoun. We must say, there are not many people she doesn't like. This is a disaster I fear the most, or I will never forget the day my sister was born. And as you can see it, guys, we can omit it because we have two objects or two pronouns. So in this way, it wouldn't be that necessary to use them. Then now we're gonna see the contrary or the opposite that are the non-defining relative clauses, and these are required to use some commas. They're gonna be helping us to provide information that is not really essential to understand the sentence. They can be considered as, I don't know, extra pieces of information, and they are always separated by commas. Who, which, where, when, and whose, they can never be omitted or substituted by that. And here we have some examples. London, comma, which is the capital of England, comma, is one of the largest cities in the world. Then Tom Cruise, comma, who has starred a lot of films, comma, is a famous American actor. As you can see in this case, those phrases or those words cannot really be replaced by that. And they are always separating the subject from the rest of the sentence by a comma. And they are also appear in the middle. Let me stop share my screen because I'm gonna prepare the next presentation. I don't know if you guys have any questions up to here.
No, until now, teacher.
Not yet. Okay. So this is very, very relevant information because we're gonna have some exercises from this unit in the book that are gonna be necessary to consult this type of information. Don't worry about the material. I'm gonna be uploading the material to our Google Classroom, and I also be uploading the video. I don't know if you guys can see my screen now.
Yes, I can
There you
see it.
go. Nice. Very good. So the second topic I have for today's class is going to be very simple, and I am pretty sure that the majority of you guys are already familiar with this topic. Pero mi compu está troleándome. Ah, there you go. No, sigue troleándome. I will wait a minute. Ah, there you go. So we're going to talk about essentially the future tenses will and be going to forms. But we're going to have another extra information about the present continuous used to talk about future. I would like to start by mentioning these examples. I will travel to Japan next summer. This would be a decision. It's something that I already planned maybe. And I am going to study German at a school, and that will be a plan. Would it be correct? ¿Sería correcto que uno es un plan y una decisión?
Yes, because, well, I think principally the the will is more for plans,
Mhm.
and going to is more for decisions, because I think it has to be with the times, or depends on the context, so on.
Kind of. We must say that, for example, will is going to be focused on spontaneous decisions and things that are not really prearranged, while the going to it's going to be used for certain prearranged plans. Something, for example, that we have already sure that are going to happen in the future. So the simple future has these two forms, the will and the going to, but they are going to be interchangeably to express different meanings. And here we have this example. It says, I will probably go to London next summer, and I am going to fly to London next Saturday. What will be the differences that you perceive between them?
I perceive, teacher, that
Uh-huh.
will is more time, more distance between the you actor and the next time. I don't know how to explain. I don't know if you understand me.
You are referring to maybe something that you are not sure that it's going to happen? Would it be?
Well, I refer to will is more used with there is a large distance in between your plan and you.
Exactly. There is a large distance, so it means that it is not something very sure. Look at the example. It says, I will probably. The word probably, it's kind of expressing us a little grade of hesitation. It means I will maybe or probably go to London next summer, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go. But here in the second example, we have I am going to fly to London next Saturday. Maybe I'm pretty sure that it is going to happen because I already have the plane tickets in my hand. And it is a plan that it is an event that I already planned and that I maybe had prearranged in the past. So the difference between them is only that one has a little bit more grade of certain than the other. So going to, it's going to be used for plans, prearranged plans, something that I'm pretty sure that it's going to happen. While will, it's going to be expressing probability or a spontaneous decision. It means something that we cannot really sure about. Is it clear?
Yes, now it's clear.
Yes, excellent. Here we have more examples. But first, I would like to see the will forms. In affirmative form, would it be I will travel to Madrid in October? As you can see, we only need the subject, the auxiliary will, and the verb in simple form, and then the rest of the sentence. The interrogative form is going to be composed by a changed structure, an inverted structure. Instead of having first the subject, we're gonna have first the subject, first the auxiliary, then the subject, and then the rest of the sentence, followed by a question mark. And in the negative form, it is necessary to use will not or won't, that would be the contraction of the negative form of will not. Here we have an example. I won't travel by bus. I will probably travel by train. We're going to talk about the uses of will. It is three main uses. Instant or spontaneous decisions. For example, okay, I'll see you on Friday. It is something that you decide at the moment. For example, if we are talking with a person that we have recently met and we want to say goodbye, we will say, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, or I will see you tomorrow, expresando un cierto grado de duda por si nos vamos a ver mañana, porque realmente si no quedamos en ningún acuerdo con la persona, no vamos a estar seguros de verla. Puede ser que la veamos otra vez por el pasillo, que la saludemos, pero realmente no es algo que hayamos planeado. Es algo que puede ser instantáneo o puede ser un encuentro fortuito. Then we have the predictions that are based in what we think. For example, if you see the sky and you discover or you realize that it is cloudy, maybe you can think it will rain in the evening, but we are not really sure. We are only talking about it because we see that the sky is cloudy, but we don't know if later on the sun will rise. So that will be a prediction based in what we think or in what we see. Then we have also used will for promises and for some offers. For example, don't worry, I'll go and buy some food for you. It is something that you are offering yourself to do for another person. It can also be a good example. I don't know if you guys have seen that every time that, I don't know, a man is proposing a girl to be married with him, they ask, will you marry me? Would it be like, ¿te casarías conmigo? This is another use of the future tense will. Questions about it?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Excellent. Here it is. The going to form. The affirmative would be necessary to have a subject, the verb to be corresponding to the subject that we are using, then the ing form going to, and the rest of the sentence. For example, I am going to travel by plane. The interrogative form, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna use inverted structure. Instead of having the pronoun and then the verb to be, we're gonna have first the verb to be, then the pronoun or the subject, and then the going to form and the rest of the sentence followed by a question mark. For example, are you going to travel by plane? Then a negative form, I am not going to travel by plane because I am going to fly in a hot air balloon. As you can see, the only thing that we need to add from the negative structure would be the particle, the negative particle not. It means I am not going to. It is always placed after the verb to be. So for example, if we said we were not going to travel by plane, the particle, the negative particle, it will have the same position. It won't change in talking about the order. Questions about it?
No.
Nope.
No,
Very
teacher.
good. Nice. Here it is. The uses of going to. In order to have it a little bit more clear, we're gonna have to remark the fact that the going to, its structures are used to talk about future plans and intentions. For example, I am going to buy a new laptop computer next week. Would it be a plan or would it be an intention?
An intention.
An intention, very good. It is something that you would like to do, very good. And for example, if I tell you, I am going to give you the partial grades tomorrow, would it be a plan or an intention?
It's a plan.
It's a plan. Very good. It is a plan. It is something that I'm planning since today for tomorrow. Very good. Then the second use, it is also used for prediction based in what we can see at the moment. Era el ejemplo que les ponía con lo del cielo. Que lo veo nublado y pienso que en la tarde puede llover. Pero ¿qué pasa si digo ahorita? Look at the sky. It is very, very clouded. I think it is going to rain. That will be a prediction because I'm looking to the sky and I see that the clouds are very, very heavy and that it is about to rain. Here we have another example. Look at that car. It is going to crash into the lamppost. A lo mejor estoy mirando que el carro va a todísima Madonna en velocidad y estoy viendo que tengo un poste y que el carrito va directo al poste y ya casi que lo veo que se estrella. Eso sería una predicción basada en lo que veo al momento. I don't know if you guys have questions.
No, teacher.
Yeah, teacher.
Excellent. I will change it. Now we're going to talk about the time expressions. These are some common time expressions that we use to talk about future. Here we have some. Tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, I don't know, next weekend. And here we have some examples. I am going to travel to New York next year. Ahí sería un plan o una intención.
An intention?
Can be an intention, but I think it can also be a plan. Very good. Just because it is something that you are preparing from now, but you know that it's going to happen in the future. Ya lo tienes contemplado. That will be. And now I'm gonna show you another presentation about, where was it? I know it's not this. Este es un ejercicio, pero, this one. About the uses of present progressive. I don't know if you guys remember the present progressive.
The present progressive is
The ing?
Exactly. The
um,
ing form.
present continuous.
Exactly. It says, what's the difference? They sing beautiful, they are singing beautiful. ¿Cuál es la diferencia?
That first, the verb form ing, and the second difference is that it's an action that they are performing.
At the moment. Excellent. Si decimos que ellos cantan muy hermoso, pues sabemos que cantan hermoso, pero no es algo que precisamente estemos viendo en el momento. Pero si digo, ellos están cantando hermoso, se refiere a algo que estoy viendo en el momento. Veo los morrillos que están ahí cantando. Then, we use the present progressive to talk about things that happen now, but it has a discretion here. Let me explain you why. I think it is not really necessary to see the structure, but in case you need it, we have the subject, the verb to be, the verb in ing form, and the complement. For example, we are paying attention. Then, if we want to make some negative sentences, we only have to add the auxiliary not, or the particle, the negative particle not. Would it be we are not or we aren't paying attention? And if we want to make some questions, we have to invert the structure and having the verb to be at the beginning, then we have the pronoun and then the verb in ing form and the rest of the sentence. And he would be, are we paying attention? And that would be structured as a question. As I was previously mentioning, even if it is a tense that we really use to talk about something that is happening at the moment, it is also used to talk about actions that are prearranged in the future. What do I mean by prearranged? Previamente establecidas o previamente arregladas en el futuro. And here I have some examples. We are traveling to New York next month. Carla is getting married on Saturday. El hecho de que yo las menciono con ing form no quiere decir que están pasando ahora o que las estoy viendo. Fíjense en el time expression. What is the time expression expressing? El
In
next
the
month in a Saturday.
in the future?
Exactly, they are expressing the future. So just to remind you guys, or just to recap information, every time that we see an ing present progressive form with using any time expression that talks about the future, it's gonna be talking about future, an action that is prearranged. So I don't know if you guys have any question.
No, teacher.
No? Excellent. So There's no more topic. Questions, comments, anything you would like guys to mention before we have our exercise?
No, teacher.
Very good. So I have a
No.
very simple exercise. Thank you guys. Where was it? There you go. I have a very simple exercise to share with you. And here it is. It says, I'm going to Tepito on holiday next week. How would you correct this sentence? What is it missing? ¿Qué le falta?
The
I
verb to
will
be.
go.
The what?
The
The
verb to
verb to
be.
be.
The
The
verb to be. ¿Cómo quedaría?
I am going to
I am
Tepito
going
on
to
holiday.
Tepito on holiday
On
next week.
holiday next week.
Pues la verdad es que se equivocaron. Lo que faltaría aquí son esos tacos de 5 por 20.
Ah, yes.
Así que una espantosa X. No es cierto. Obvio, you're okay. I am going to Tepito on holiday next week. Pero those tacos, about 5 per 20 pesos, I'm missing them. Then it is, where are you going to live in 20 years? What would it be? How would you correct this sentence or this question?
Where will you go? Where will you live in 20 years?
¿Y el going to? Aquí tiene el going to.
I'm
Where
give-
will
I'm-
you going to live?
Yes. Would it be? Would it be? Ay, where was that? Ya pueden ver los claps.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Es que a mí se me trabó, ya no se mueven los claps. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, what are you going to live in 20 years? That was correct. Then, here are going to be a doctor when he finishes the university. ¿Cómo lo pondrían? He are going to be.
The first mistake is the verb to be
Yeah,
is are. We need to put is.
Yeah, that would be the verb to be. It is he is going. Very good. Then, are you going to buy those cookies?
The sentence is correct.
Is correct? Yes, el señor de la tienda. Then, I am not going to have children until I get married. Is there any mistake?
No, there isn't.
There isn't? Very good. Yes, there's no mistake. What about this one? I am going walk with my mom.
It's missing the preposition.
Which one?
To.
Yes, I am going to walk with my mom. Very good. Then, are you going to go to Kurt Cobain's concert next week? Kurt Cobain, colombiano. How would it be? Does it have any mistake? Apollo, shut up. Guys.
We are analyzing it.
¿Están analizando a Maluma o
Both things.
what kind of? Both things. Are you going to go to Kurt Cobain's concert next week? Is it correct or incorrect? It is correct. Yeah, it doesn't have anything wrong on it. Then, what are you going to do this summer? Is it correct or incorrect?
Correct.
That would be, haha, Simone, baby. Would it be? Then, they is going to spend the weekend at the Jurassic Park. Would it be correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
What is it going?
because the verb to be
The verb to be, they?
Is are.
are going to spend the weekend at
No.
there.
Ah, yes, it is. They are going to spend the weekend at the Jurassic Park, Los Trolé. Then, they are not going to play soccer this weekend. How would it be? Incorrect or correct? Nobody?
Correct.
Yes, excellent. It's correct. That's it. Very good, you passed the test. So guys, questions about anything or comments or anything that you would like to mention?
Uh, we have different exercises like the previous exercises on the book, right?
Uh-huh, see?
I think it was on the page 16 or 17.
Let me check. Let me have a look. So we have in the 16. Let me see it. Ah, pero estos estaban relacionados a used to y a usually, ¿no? Sí, porque era linking consonants and vowels and phrasal verbs. Y lo que vamos a ver, por ejemplo, nosotros, el tema que estamos viendo, déjenme les digo en qué página empieza. Creo que es desde la lección 3, desde la página 22.
Yes, I found it.
Ajá. Sí, después de una lectura que se llama Save the Kitten, viene Unit 3, People. And it's going to be focused on future forms and personality adjectives. And then, déjenme les digo dónde viene lo de Nickers. Ah, hasta la página 26 ya estaríamos viendo defining and not defining relative clauses. Yo creo que les voy a estar poniendo los ejercicios, las páginas exactas que vamos a utilizar en el classroom y un poquito de plataforma, ¿cómo ven?
For me, it's perfect.
Excellent. I
Okay.
only have 5 participants. ¿Por qué se me fueron los otros? Oh my God. Bueno, I hope they watch the video. So I really appreciate the fact that you are here with me in this class. And I want to say thank you for all the comments that you have done when I told you that my cat it's now passed away. I really appreciate the effort you are doing to be with me and also your good comments. So thanks a lot, guys. I don't know if you don't have any other question or any other thing to mention. I think that will be it all for today.
Thank you so much, teacher.
Thank you. You're the best.
You too. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
again.
I really appreciate that.
Bye
So,
bye.
bye-bye. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.